All right, welcome to Drawing Duty Live. I'm your host, Sam Vera, and today I'm going to be drawing some alien characters from Doodies World that I need for the activity book. So I'm just going to be having some fun. So let's get it.
Hi, I'm Vera. Wait, hold on, I'm Vera. Well, we're both Veras. Anyway, welcome to Drawing Doodie, where I take my favorite character, Doodies World, from There's an Alien in My Toilet, and I put him in all sorts of costumes, from your most iconic characters to just a pirate, or even Thundercats, or a bandit. Well, every day I take duty and I have fun, and I'm glad that you're here to have fun with me. If you have time, please check out doodiesworld.com, and if you like this episode and every episode before it, please subscribe, like, and share. Thank you so much, and let's start drawing.
All right, so I hate when that happens. What's up, everybody? My name is Samuel. Let me just get this going here. And let me hide this. Let me get some music going. Toon, toon. That's good. And let me go back to the screen. Oh, I didn't even hide that yet. Hey, what's up, everybody? So I changed the camera angle because nobody was over there, and what you see behind me are my dogs and my dog beds, and it's a little messy back there, but that's why I apologize in advance. So I just want to make sure I can hear myself. So we are getting close on, let me see, what's today's date? Today's the 17th, so in 3 days we'll be launching the third issue of There's an Alien in My Toilet, I Chihuahua. And this campaign is very important to me because it's 3 books that I really want to push and get out there and to your hands. There's I Chihuahua book 3, there's Doodies Monsters on Planet Cthulhu book 1, and there's Doodies Adventures number 1, the revised edition. So that's what you're going to see me working on today. I'm going to be adding some characters to Doodies Adventures, which is a kid's book. And what I decided to do was make it more trendy. So I changed the narrative on left page to word balloons, and then on the left page, because Doodie likes to encourage education and reading, and in the comic books you get trivia and puzzles and all that stuff. You're gonna get the same type of thing in the kids book, but it'll be taught by a professor, Professor Ramsey, and Professor Ramsey is from my comic book Cosmic Wars. So that's what we'll be drawing today. I hope that you have signed up for my Kickstarter. If you haven't, the link is in the chat. I just placed it in the chat. And join me Tuesday night, because if we make the goal during the live stream on Catch the Craze, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here on Catch the Craze, if we make our goal during the streaming, then I'll be raffling off an acrylic painting that I did of Doodie. I'll be raffling off a t-shirt, and I'll be raffling off one of the books. So I hope that you're going to be there. You might be the lucky one to win one of the raffles. And join me if you like this episode or what I do today, or if you just even like this channel. Please, I have to go back over here. Hit that thumbs up, subscribe, like, share it with a friend. So now I'm just going to switch over the screens, and I'm going to start drawing. So what you see here on this page here was what I did last time. I needed a promo piece of Cthulhu, my version of Cthulhu. This is what I did a few days ago. This is another version of Cthulhu, just face forward, and this is him, like a slight side pose, more dramatic. So anyway, because I'm going to be drawing Ramses in various poses and some characters, I'm going to widen my so I'm going to do 11 here, and I'm going to do 17 here. There you go. I'm going to do 11 by 17. So I'll make it wider because I'm doing various characters. And today is really just a work day. Normally what I do is I draw some stuff and it's for social media posts, but today I really need to get this stuff done because I have a deadline I need to meet for myself. So, and Professor Ramsey's in Cosmic Wars. I'm gonna draw him in the center, then I'm gonna move him. Draw him in the center and move him. So I'm gonna have him holding up maybe like a pointing stick or something. We'll see. But anyway, let's get the. So I have to draw him several times, several different, because in Doodie's Adventures, Professor Ramsey's teaching. And then he has a mustache. And then he has a beard. It's almost like an Einstein-ish looking character. Right. And then he has he's got a lot of hair. Almost like think Don King. Well, Einstein. Yeah, if you've ever seen Don King at the height of his era, his hair was always his signature piece, right? And he's a scientist. He's not tall. I'm going to maybe have him because he's teaching. I'm gonna put this here because that thumb's gonna be there. His finger right there. Okay. He's not tall at all. I'll put his hand like this. So he's a scientist. All right. He has that scientist jacket, right? And I think he just has his feet. I think he's just a tiny little guy, almost like a Yoda-ish kind of guy. Right, so he's just pretty simple, easy peasy character. It's funny. I'm currently looking for work in the field that I've been working on my whole life, which is like operations and retail and all that stuff, whatever. And I recently applied for a position, and I got a thank you, but no thank you, whatever. Not even, and I'm surprised because I have a really great record and resume, and but then I get an invite today to join their hiring event after you said thank you, but no thank you, and it's today. So I just got the email right before I started drawing for today to join the. I'm like, that doesn't make sense. So my response is thank you, but no thank you. Doesn't make sense. You should have said, hey, we'd love to meet you in person, come to the hiring event, but instead they sent a turn down letter. All right, so that's that one. And now I'm going to move this over a little bit because I want him to be with his maybe hand to the side. I'm going to do several different ways. You know what's crazy? Ha ha ha. I'm going to cheat. Watch this. Control C, Control V. Right? And I'm going to move you over. I'm going to cheat. And I'm going to take this one and move it over a little bit. And this is the magic of drawing on a computer. So I'm going to take this eraser. And I'm going to erase this, his arms. And then what I'll do is now with this layer, I'll reposition his arms. Shortcuts. Shortcuts. So I'll just like right, change that arm position and maybe have him waving. Hello there. Hello class. Can you tell me? All right. All right. All right, so you got two different elements, and I'll clean that up in a minute. Now, I don't remember, did I give Professor Ramsey 3 fingers or 4 fingers? That I don't remember. I don't even have his book because I moved everything. Oh, it might be over here. Let me see. Nope. Oh, there it is. Excuse me. Sorry. My dogs got scared. All right, so let's see. What's Professor Ramsey's? There he is, but where is he in the story? So I published Cosmic Wars. It was my first book ever published. Back in 2005. I don't even have him in the story. I have his character design, but I don't have him in the story. Interesting. Oh, there he is. Looks like he has he has 4 fingers. Okay, so he has 4 fingers. So I gotta change the fingers. Okay, so that's easy. Right? And I'll clean that up later. Oh, that's not even on the same layer. Erase that for a second. I'm going to ink over it anyway, so. There, so he's got 4 fingers. All right, so there he is. Pretty simple. And so I'm going to I'm going to ink him. Let's go into inking it real quick, and then I'll drop some colors because I really need I have 20 pages to do of activities and trivia today in the kids book. So there it is. Boom. All right, cool. So I've been watching these documentaries on manga artists, and my hat goes off to these guys. When you think about what their work schedule looks like and the quality of life and how much output they have, and what I mean output, like how much work they do, it's pretty fantastic, and I find that interesting. Oh, he has that. He has the beard. And let me see from the. So if you're wondering, this was the Cosmic Wars, my first produced graphic novel back in 2005. It was done in black and white, but I was so proud of it. Now, my style of art was very amateurish. I gotta move this to a 15s. When I look at it now, if I had to go back and, like, I wouldn't just go back and just reprint it. So if you got it, you're definitely collect this piece, because eventually my goal is to publish Cosmic Wars, the series, but not in its old format. It would be in a new format. Anyway, so I was watching a documentary on manga artists, and they call them mangakas. And my hat's off to these guys. The work ethic, the sacrifice of their personal life. They're not making retire money. They're making just enough to survive. But they're sacrificing their time, their personal lives, to live out their dream. I mean, fascinating. Much respect to you guys out there. If you're a manga artist, much respect. Shout out to Dustin Brunel, who just launched his 5,000 Kickstarter campaign in the same year. I don't know, he has more Kickstarter campaigns and more titles than I have hair. It's fascinating. Today's the second day of my wife working. I'm happy for her. It was hard, giving up her career in the NYC to come out here, and try to, she was a big fish in New York City, and over here, she's a little guppy. Nobody knows her out here. The resume, it's funny because you would think we'd have an easier time with our resumes out here coming from New York City, I worked for major corporations. Stellar record. It seems to be not the case. Not the case. So the way I deal with my stress of trying to, that one's too small, of trying to secure employment is this. This brings me joy. It grounds me. It oh, you hear the crows out there? Helps me get focused. I love what I do here. So Professor Ramsey is like a guardian to Gorf, my main character in Cosmic Wars. And Gorf makes a cameo in Doodie's Monsters. And if you picked up my kids' book, The Adventures of Cosmic Gorf, Doodie makes a cameo in that series as well. So it's interchangeable because it's all aliens. Let me put his hands here. I need to get that out of the way so when I do the hair, hey, no, don't start that. Don't start that. It's always you. It's always you. Everybody else is cool, but you have to go and act crazy. All my kids just chilling, relaxing. But when I say kids, I mean my dogs. They're all relaxed. But this one, he's mad because I have the door closed and he wants to sit out in the hallway, on guard duty. Okay. All right, let's zoom out a second. So there's Mr. Ramsey's. You know, it's a pretty simple design, not very complicated at all to draw. So what we're going to do is we're going to hide those. We're going to create a folder, drop it down, make this the source, add a layer, and start adding the colors. Now his skin color is like a beige, I believe. Right? Is that the skin color? Where's the book? Mr. Ramsey's. I think it's a little lighter. That's better. Okay, let's zoom in. And let's clean up the lines that I'm missing. Where is it? Oh, here it is. Okay, there's that. Then his hair is almost like a goldish yellowish. And then his eyes are brown. Very important. Brown eyes. Oh, that's not supposed to happen. So after I get a job, one of the investments I'm going to make is on a keyboard shortcut. So about $100 for the keyboard shortcut. And then I think his schmuck is like it's almost like a greenish, right? And then that one's going to be like yeah. I'll make that like that. Okay. Pretty simple. So in Doodie's Adventures, on every opposite page, there would be a lesson or trivia or question, and Professor Ramsey's will be teaching. So you'll read a page of the story, and then from that page, Professor Ramsey's will be asking the child, because it is a kid's book, a question based on that page. And it's a multiple choice. And the child gets to, with the parent, try and answer. So it's going to be fun. Actually, I want to do the hair first. So my agenda today is finish up the activity portion of the kids' book, apply to 10 more jobs, format the book and send it out to get proofed. All right, moving over to the other side. It's funny, there was one job posting, right? It's for a general manager position. But it's funny how they word it. You know, our store leaders don't look at the clock and they put in the amount of hours necessary to get the job done because they believe in the team, you know, so, you know, they do a minimum of 55, but as much as they feel is necessary. And I'm like, whatever happened to a 40-hour work week? You know, it's like that in itself is like the job of a store manager is stressful as it is, a general manager, because you're responsible for the budget, you're responsible for the supplies, you're responsible for the safety, you're responsible for the customer, the product, the staff, all these things. You're answering questions from the top brass constantly. You're the first person they call when something goes wrong. It's like, and then you want to live there. It's like, it isn't about the time you put in, it's about what you do with the time that you have. I've seen so many people overextend themselves, and they think that because they live there, that they never leave. That's basically a demonstration of their commitment, but the results are less than stellar. So I think you got to learn how to be effective in the time that you have, leverage your people, all those things, and it ain't, and then have a quality, balanced life. You want to be able to spend time with your family. You want to be able to experience things, because if you're fulfilled in life and you have a balanced work schedule and balanced life, you're going to be that much more effective when you come to work the next time, each and every time. So I don't believe in that philosophy. And I had managers that worked for me that thought that because they were the first ones in and last ones out, that they were that was enough. But yet, the results struggled. The team wasn't happy. And I always say, take care of your team. The results will come. The people will take care of the results. Take care of your people. I always had a sign on my wall, and I lived by that 100% when I was in management, before I decided to try to go after my dream as an artist. I always had a sign on my wall that says, win your people, win your business. And that was there to remind me what my focus and my priorities were. My priorities were always about the people. Do they have the right information to make the right decision to get the right result? Do they feel like there's someone in the organization that they can turn to, that they trust? Do they feel valued? Do they feel that there's an opportunity for them to excel and grow within the organization? Have I provided that atmosphere for the team? All those questions I ask myself, and if you don't ask yourself those questions in a leadership role, you failed. That's my opinion. You failed already. Let me see if I get it here. You know, I never really used to like coloring, so I avoided it like the plague. But now, because I just don't have the means, I had to learn how to color my own books. And I'm learning every day. And, but I enjoy it now. Because, when I was hiring colorists, some got it, and some of them, I never really quite got the look I've always wanted because of the budget that I had. So, with me coloring it myself, I can actually really focus on the look I want. It makes a huge difference. Okay. Actually, that one. I want that. So my dog is snoring right now. Nice. That means he's happy. He's comfortable. He feels safe. So he's gonna let out a nice snore. I always wonder what it would be like to have a conversation with my animals. What would that conversation sound like? What would they say? I love you, but you don't give me enough snacks. I love you, but you don't rub my belly enough. I wonder what that, this relationship would be so much better if you, tickled my feet. I don't know. What would they say? I'm actually gonna do this. We went hiking in the Grand Canyon, and our guide, he made sandwiches, and he made a gluten-free sandwich. He had gluten-free bread, seeds, right? It was really good. It was from Sprouts, with sliced turkey or chicken. I had provolone, and but instead of a mustard, I didn't want mustard or mayo. He used hummus as the spread. And I don't know if you eat hummus, if you had hummus, but man, I never even considered using hummus on my bread, and it was fantabulous. It was delicious. Really cool guide. We had a great time. Let me zoom out. So this is what you've seen so far. This is Professor Ramsey's, and let's get the eyes. Light in. Go in. Zoom out. So there's Professor Ramsey's. He is the guardian, lead scientist, and he's guardian for Gorf, but he's also the lead scientist in the Intergalactic Federation. And he will be teaching lessons in Doodie's Adventures, which is a kid's book that I created based on Doodie as a kid growing up in his poem world, Uranus. So I hope that you pick up this book. I hope that you sign up for my Kickstarter. I hope that you enjoyed this episode. Hold on one second. Yeah, so if you like this episode, please give me a thumbs up. If you have nothing to do on Tuesday night, join me 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time right here on Castle Craze Podcast for the launch of my book, There's an Alien in My Toilet. And if you haven't done so already, I would love for you to sign up. Can you do that for me? And recommend it to a friend. If you have kids, there's a great Christmas gift. There's a nice bundle that's great for Christmas. But with that said, again, subscribe, sign. I'm your host. I hope you enjoyed this episode. I'm going to go and start working on those pages. And I will talk to you guys soon. And go back to that page. And we're out.
Hey, don't forget to subscribe. And while you're at it, hit that like button. Share it with a friend. And pick up a copy of There's an Alien in My Toilet on doodiesworld.com. See you next time. Have a great day.